Good evening, friends. Welcome again, or not again, but welcome to the traditionella bondedemokratin. Yes, the reason for the slight I'm a little bit disheartened because yes, I thought I was rolling with the video, but I wasn't. I missed the record button or something. Well, anyway, what after the main theme here is we get to do this again. Cheers. But there's a lot of things have been done which we now not need to do. That's good. The tour train is finished. It's just a hit go, basically. And a lot of other things has been done as well, such as completing the rail connection to the meat industry, and even destroying the old one, the one that was accidentally paid for. Yes, the wiseness of that decision can be questioned. Maybe you shouldn't go back and forth here. Could you? It doesn't look bad to have it parked up here full with these. No, cheers. Yes, this theme is so good. Maybe it's the theme music, the soundtrack that is so addictive. It is the combination. Definitely, the one would not be the same without the other. Well, duh. Yes, this is it condensed down to a very short time. Yes, it sounds. I'm sorry, it doesn't make any sense at all, this. And sorry, apparently that continues for oh, god damn it, 23 more seconds. I don't think so. What the hell? No, I'm sorry, but yes, I already had one, a big one, and during this time and such, and little bit light-headed here. Yes, Workers' March. Yes, mechanics, medium distribution. The train. I don't think there's anything else to tend to. No, it's time for the train tour of the traditionella bondedemokratin. Wonder if how this will do. Now get used to this view because we're going to see a lot of it. It's not bad. The odds of getting that train hooked onto here, not. Yes. And you did not clear the thing. That's the problem. But yes. Damn it. There's only one thing for it, and that's to send you back to the depot. Because that you'll be able to do. Come on then. Hated floor it. And we will here, railroad. Yes, this is a very intricate route indeed. Yes, I want to expand the thing. That's what I want to do. I want to modify the orders, not open up the railway production line. What? That's not how it's supposed to work, is it? No, it is not. Oh, right, it's down there. It doesn't work. Okay then. Yes, mechaniken. Don't do nothing. And don't go here because it won't work if you try. Remove it. Yes. And ow. Here we go. Yes. Yes, now you'll be able to figure it out. And then maybe, yes, you wanted to have a drink. You are thirsty. Plastics factory in Trilo, in some fire. There is a fire station just next door. Let's see, have we turned up the taps here on vehicle production? And yes, we have. It's full. Pedal to the metal on the vehicle production. Yes, I'm a bit paranoid about the thing here. I'm just going to make sure that it's, yes, it is recording and that thing is that and it is working. And it's so annoying. Oh, there's the construction train. Have you already made it all the way down here? Great. So this is a tour train, and we built it all ourselves. Yes, it was quite an investment, but here we have it. If we wanted to, we could make that money back easily by just building this stuff and selling it, of course. Yes, so this is the tour. And in the background we can see the twin reactor nuclear power plant of Oskarshamn. Yes, it may look like an RBMK or whatever it is, reactor, but no. It's a very safe construction design as latest in Soviet or yes, technology. Yes, very good. That chimney is just for venting, the kitchen where they cook for the workers, because it's a very serious business, or something. No, but it is rarely used. In fact, there is no radiation at the power plant. I don't think there was a long time since there was a fire. Well, is this? No, this is not for. This is for your own work. It's good. The first thing you do is to fuel up. Yes, there is no radiation here nowadays. Nice. Yes, regrettably this. I cannot unselect this without losing focus on the train. But come on. Yes, pump it. Speaking of pumping, there is an electrical issue in Sejov. But I don't want to miss we don't want to miss the tour train. And although it's going to take a very long time. No, it goes directly into the. Can it not go to the space for the vehicles? No, because that's there. We could click this button, yes. But no, we're putting the network to the test and seeing what it can do. Yes, but what you do is you'd park it somewhere and drive the train to the other end, the locomotive to the other end or something. Wouldn't you? I'm not quite sure, but many locomotives I think are reversible, Doesn't matter which end you put it, which way. This one seems certainly seems optimized for having it pointed this way. They are reversible, power. Yes, they must be power-wise because they are diesel electric. Yes, power-wise they must be reversible, but it may not be optimum ergonomics to do it like that. Anyway, I am again speculating about things that I don't really, I really don't know anything very much about. No. But I don't claim to. In fact, I even say very clearly that state that I have no idea what I'm talking about. Yes, and there you have it. Now we're going back. The same way. Yes, I mean, while this is going back the same way, this is not going to take long enough to fix the electrical issue at Sejov. We could pause. But that's not something that we can force then, okay, done. This time. Let's do that so we don't lose you. Say of somewhere around here. Yes, here. And this is finished. Very good. Then we'll do this. You'll be without electricity for a little while now. It won't take long, I am pretty sure. It shouldn't take long. Cancel. I will cancel this. Yes. And then we'll connect that up onto there. Then we'll do that. And we'll just keep an eye on this, and we'll also disconnect this so it's clear that there is a connection available here. There we go. Because this is not very loaded. No, this is half capacity about. So that's fine. Was that it? No, you didn't want to close that. So you were almost there. Yes, you want to select that again. Thank you. Yes. Now we go back to tour train. I am unpaused. Did I not pause? What the hell? Have we got the vehicles? No, we haven't. Good. So you had to go all the way out over there to turn around. Yes, but it's fine. It works. We have so much diesel that you will believe. Yes, this could be tidied up. The grass on the railroad. I don't recall that being a problem earlier. I don't know. Yes, here we shall see what we get. This will be interesting. We should get Mercedes of some kind, I would hope. Yes, we did. What did we get? 3 of them. Okay, did you load? You did not load 19%. You loaded like many percent. It's full. You're not going to be able to load steel. pine. We will only sell refined steel. How much is it worth so far? 1.2 million rubles or $706,000. That sounds a bit cheap for 1, 2, 3, 6. Yes, we have 2 wagons with 3 cars per wagon. 3 of these. 6 of these. You say? What did you just do? I don't know. Nothing. But I'm a little bit confused here now. Yes, we're going to the fuel storage, nuclear fuel storage, just to say hello. Have a look at it. Yes, regrettably we can't wait when we're doing nothing. That would be kind of neat if you could do that. Just park trains in stations. Yes, very useful. Here we have the rail yard. Look at all the things that we have here, and it's so well lit up and everything. I suppose we're going to have to have a look at this. I mean, this is not bad. I think that we should we should have one of these going out. This is pretty cozy here at night. All the semaphores and all the street lights, and I kind of like this. Cheers. Did I play this? I don't know when that happens when you lose. It was like 1 hour, 15 minutes, got out of it. But stop watching that now. That doesn't help any. No. We're going on the railroad here to where we don't know. Where are we going? The Artes warehouse. Oh, we're going to get electronics and electrical components. I hope this now works with the cargo, because if it doesn't, it's not going to be much fun. This train is going to be the exact same experience riding it, but oh, there's a short train. That would be probably electronics or electrical components. Or anything else that has delivered something different from over here where we're going. Yes, the uranium mining and nuclear fuel production town of only, what are they now? 4,000 people, maybe. Yes, we've gotten by on very few workers. We have grown organically only. Yes. We have only built on the people. Which was the intention from the beginning. Yes, this is a terrible bridge that should be replaced if one could be bothered. That's not how you do it, but we saw an example earlier, and I think there will be more examples of how you do bridges along the way here. Yes, there will. In fact, I'm sure. You know what? There is one thing really missing from this route, which I just remembered. Although this piece of it is a bit interesting. We're going to have a little pause pretty soon, but we'll go in here first as a first person, and then we'll go out and fix that. Yes, we have very serious level crossing things even on the mud path. Yes. And what was it that I was supposed to do? Add something to the route. No. Yes, add something to the route. Now, you go to... we must, of course, go to the Soviet border as well. Where is it, though? It's here. Yes, and we want to go to there after the place we are at now. Yes. And it's quite important here that you do not really do anything. Yes, especially not sell the vehicles. Also, you have gotten up to nothing. You have not loaded anything yet. Okay, we can unpause. Yes, we can. And go and have a look at the train. Yes. What did we get? A little bit of both. Maybe it's possible to mix and match by weight. It will be interesting. The problem is just that you cannot use this in your distribution chain because not all resources are used equally, and therefore one resource or another ends up taking up more and more space on the train until it's only that thing, and then people starve for a while and then pack up and leave or die. Basically, it's grim. That's the way it is. So you want to make sure that your food deliveries are proper and safe. But this is a nice model railroad we have here. I think. Yeah. But yes, this is also a terrible bridge. It should also be remain, but it's not going to be. One could remake it if one were to continue. There's one for the list. Yes, sure, I'll remember that one. No. It works. Yes, but we need something to do with all the resources we have. Yes, we can always build the palace of the Soviets. I think that is actually within our grasp to build in a few years. Yes, in a few years. Yes, I think. Could we get a better shot, maybe? Yes, I think we could get quite a much better shot. Stupid. That's part of me. What is it that we see over there? Where are we? Must admit, I'm a little bit lost where have we been? Yes, we're going for the border, of course. Yes, that's why we didn't quite recognize. Not go here so often. But it is a very serious border thing when you get to it. But it's a single track for a long way, and all the way almost. Yes, I think I said something about this. Yes, doing the trains electric and electrifying railroad and having them run on the nuclear stuff. Nuclear trains basically would have, and yes, the electric motor is very efficient. But I said that in the previous thing, and it won't be the same if I try and do it again. We're going to have to try and do something new. like this. This is nice. This is very nice. And we see, yes, we see a bit of Mercedes. This was not a nice color for them. Something is burning. Sarnakova large area storage. That's a bit of a ways away from the fire station, but they'll manage. Yes, now we're at the border. And you didn't unload anything, very good. Neither did you load anything, also very good. Yes, this is there's quite a bit of track. That we have for queuing up all the trains, of course, for selling stuff to the Soviet Union. But they collapsed before. If we were at this stage, yes, and we could trade with if they had interesting stuff, to trade with. This is a bit overgrown. That's a real shame to see. Yes, one should fix. One's probably not going to fix. No. Okay, we're of course heading back the same way we came. What else would it be? Oh, another building is on fire. Husqvarna residential. They can certainly take care of their own. We need more of the Sergei electronic version. Yes. Cheers. This is a very good soundtrack. Mercedes. What you know worth $896,000. Wow. Yes, at 903. Yes, it went up, didn't it? Okay, I don't know. I might have read so in the scene, I didn't see correctly. Anyway, we're going for Molna now. Very nice. And we have a look at the speedometer. Yes, 115, and the RPM gauge. It should really say like engine usage or something. In here, yes, there are actually workers and there is a construction vehicle. I could easily build something over there. We're getting into the habit of pausing. What is this? That's not so good. No, it isn't. But that's the way it is. Yes, these are not beautiful, but they do the trick. Yes, they do. And you're set to auto search for something, yes, you'll find this. And then we can go back to the train. It is going very quickly here now. Yes, we did a roundabout thing at Beatus, but we've already been into Beatus and got an electronics. Now then, would it be meat? That railroad is a little bit special. Yes, the railroad goes over the road. In fact, not the other way around. And I don't think in quite so terrible way. Well, there we have it. That's pretty. It is pretty. Although these high voltage lines, they are very low. I don't think that would be safe. A train will not clear it, and I mean you cannot have that just going through the landscape, you know. Something that is not taller than a train and is 109 kilovolts, you know, that's very, very unsafe. Yes, very unsafe. You know, the electrification for a railroad, I believe, is about 16 kilovolts. I think that's what we use, at least something in that range anyway. Something like that. I don't know what it is here, but in real life, you know, in the IRL, yes, I believe it's something like that. And the high voltage line, such as that one, is 109 kilovolts here in the IRL life. I think that's a category of high voltage lines. Yes, in the real world as well. Something like that anyway. That's close to something. It's a pretty good, decent, it's actually a very good, decent electricity simulation. It's definitely part of what makes this game unique. That you have both that you have both the voltage and the current or wattage. Yes, current and voltage to take into consideration. You know, this is not safe. That would arc. Yes, in fact, walking anywhere near that could arc to the ground, I think. How tall is a train like this? What can it be? Is it 4 meters more? Yes, maybe it's a bit more. 10 is not 10 meters high. Yes, and then they are hanging 10 meters off the ground. Less than 10 meters off the ground. Okay, they are not arcing at a regular basis, but it will hit the train. The train is not 10 meters tall. I don't think. I don't know. I don't think it is. No, definitely not. You know, it's like think of one of those tunnels that a train goes. What are you thinking, man? 10 meters tall? No. What are you? Okay. That's almost, you know, that's pinsamt. Yes. I don't know what got into the mind. But anyway, that's on me. We did not go to the meet. We did not add the meat. We did not add the meat. You know, you have to go to the meat. But then you're going to have to do that here. I forgot. Well, didn't. I forgot. Yeah, I did. I forgot. You're supposed to go here. Maximum schedule length. God damn it. We'll have to take something off. Yes, the nuclear fuel thing is That's good. That means that it's not good, but it means that we're using it to its full potential here. But where is it now? Swage warehouse. After Swage warehouse, yes, you can come back here. I think that works. Yes, after you've gotten food, you get a bit of meat. Get in a refrigerator thing. Load meat. Yes. Wait. Not that it should matter, but anyway. And if you wouldn't mind, somehow, no, not head here now. Continue on your schedule. Unless we clicked the wrong thing down there. But I don't think so. Yes, the train is rolling here. That is good. That is very good. And we're having the end tour. Well, I'm seeing all sorts of things that can be fixed along the way. The new railroads and things. I wonder if they got their electricity back in Polochevo. Guess we should go and have a look at Polochevo at some point. We can see here, I think, how happiness has not gone down. List of vehicles, list of the city's areas, all map. Polochevo. Where are you? These are... Yes. I don't know what order these are in, but it's... how hard is it to sort something? Yes, either sort it on the thing, the population, or they're probably they are maybe stored in or shown in the order they were created, or what should we call it. But since this is a random generated map, they were all generated at the epoch. Yes, epoch time. Epoch 0. Apparently, since that's when we start. The 1st of January of 1970. 1970. Yes, that's when we came into control over this here land or something. I don't know what happened, but we started waking up. Grain. This is a problem. We need another farm. This is not finished by a long shot. We need another farm. Definitely, this is not going to do. People are going to start starving pretty soon. How much crops do we have in total? 500 tons. It's not a lot. No. That was all map. Yes, it was all map. We are eating so very, very much because it's not very much meat in here. No. We're eating so much meat and food and drinking so much alcohol, I suppose, that it's yes, it is what it is. It's a bit sad. This means we're going to export. We're going to sell a bit of food and meat, alcohol as well, but it's fine. This one time will give the outside world a taste of our domestic only products. They would be amazed. Didn't I fix this grass here? Why are you standing around? Now I paused, but that was because I'm going to try and do something about this. Yes, there you have it. That's how we fix buggy, or buggy, I don't know what it is, it's a limitation somewhere. There you go. Buggy mods, buggy games, buggy things. Yes, it's the experimentation factor, it's good. I wonder though what happens when if a mod disappears here, for example, from the Steam Workshop. I think that the game will still load under most circumstances, but a building or vehicle may disappear, and you don't know which one until you know, so to speak, as in when you find it. While you're waiting around, you load 100% of meat and you're full, aren't you? Yeah, they have 60 tons here. You can go now. Yes, you can. But okay, we click this then. Yes. I was not going to close down the train. How much? 365 tons only, that's not much. No. And we're already doing 100. That's very good. Very good. Here's what it is. Yes, I got a bit of the perfect. You see this bridge? Yes, this is what I'm talking about. This is nice. This is nice. This bridge. That's how you're supposed to do a bridge in Works and Resources Soviet Republic. Although yes, the angle is not perfect and so on, but the point, you get the point. That's not how you do a road, but it's one way of doing it. Lenin, yes, hello Lenin. Cheers. Yeah, sharp dresser Lenin. I went on about that as well, but I cannot do it. No, it's gone. It's gone. Well, actually, the audio isn't gone. It exists. Not only in that form, but there is no visual accompaniment. The commentary is not really that visually describing all the time. It's not like the sport commentators that do, for example, a hockey game or a football match or something. They pass to that person and they shoot it, and they do to that one, and they talk so incredibly quickly that it's impossible. Yeah. Now let's see here. Where is it that you want to go today? Where do you want to go today? Tour train. Yes, who remembers what that slogan's from? Well, I don't know if that is it's a bit of pop culture and history, I suppose, or something. Load 19%. Are you going to the clothing? Yes, he's leaving now. Very nice. Do you have any clothing or fabric? Not really. Are you waiting until loaded? I think that you should be. Yes, sure. Okay. I think that you're going to have to wait for a bit. So this tour is not really... I don't know how appropriate it is, since it's not turning out so. Great, we're not getting any. Oh, that's where I knew I added the meat thing previously, but I did it in the wrong location. Okay, so you're going to stay here now for a little time. That's what you're going to do. Polskevo. Did I open up the wrong thing? Yes, I wanted to get Sayov. And it says Sayov that it's here, the westernmost settlement that we have. Okay, the hospital is not overcrowded or overloaded. It's all good. They do not have very good electricity. Okay, what then? How is this? You have this. Yeah, okay. You have such poor wiring. You say. How are you going to have to be without them for a while? Yes. Yes, sorry about this, but it can't be helped. No, that's not. This is hopeless electrical wiring, and always at night that we do this. Yes, it's so easy. It's most definitely the easiest way to do it. Why make it easy when you can make it the hard way? Or properly? I don't know what's properly about doing it at night, but the dawn approaches. How nice of it. Yes, this is much more like it. This will be... yes, that will do it. Did I just close down the tour train? Yes, I did. List of trains, all map, diesel locomotives. I have a few here now. Tour train. There you are. Second to last. You're still standing still, but have you gotten any? 1 ton of fabric. And 130 kilograms of clothing. Okay. This is adding to the value. As I don't think it will be full on the... Apparently you can completely mix and match with the cargo stuff. Which is very nice. Yes, it is hard to make for just a little bit here. Yes, we should have here, call me back. Tour train. We can go to you. Construction, lots of construction officers are assigned here now. Very good. That's perfect, you know. Here, tour train. Yes, tour train, indeed. They're very long. Oh, there. The stuff has arrived. Electrical components has arrived. 8 tons of steel. No problem. Works a mechanism. That shouldn't neither be a problem. Sayov is now without electricity. Here is a food train. And the crops, 32 tons. I mean, we really do need... Oh, it's the first locomotive we ever built. We really do need one more farm. As I thought that this one would be the final one that we would need. Here there are so many electrical wires. Here is not really large enough. Here's a lake. Here is not a bad site. But then again, it's not an easy thing to get. Let's see here. Now there's nothing here selected. And dollars, yes. As you see, we want a road, a bridge. Yes, there's going to be a lot of traffic on this road, or quite a bit of it anyway. But I don't know how to get it in here. It will be, it might be something awful. Please do not cave in on the road, railroad. I just want to say thank you very much. Now it's actually not costing you anything if it doesn't do anything. That's a big improvement. Is it possible to get the road over here? I doubt it. Yes, this. What was that? No, not with that stuff. With trolleys. No. Beam bridge. Tide arch. Bam, yes. It's a little bit steep and it's maybe not possible. I don't think that you'd want to do it this way, even if it would be possible. Too steep of a descent. I don't know. This is motorway standards. Almost. Oh, here is one of those that is not connected. You get the. Lucky that has not burnt down. And so we took it straight into an electricity pole. I think it's part of what makes the journey out to the nuclear fuel spent fuel storage place possible. That ought to do it. What are you doing? Building another farm? Is the tour train rolling? Not yet. You're still at the warehouse for the clothing, yes. And what have we gotten? 32.32 tons. Okay, then we have a little bit of time to do this then. And out here, do I really need such complicated and fancy road? Yes, I do. Because and this road really should be upgraded. There is no alternate route available if you do that, but we can make one here. And here would be even better, wouldn't it? I'm not sure it will do something. Yes, it will, because then the king get out there. Very good, we can upgrade this. All the way over here. Maybe not. I'll go and have a look over there. Yes, it is connected. Very good. This isn't. That's fine. We don't need it. Maybe. Okay, so You know, one of these here agro farms. I really hope this is within range of my construction office. Well, that one definitely. Agro farm. Food and things, construction, food related. Food and crops related. Food factory. Agro farm. Agro farm. Yes, the usual way, please. If you wouldn't mind. Like that, and then a road cargo station. Yes, a road cargo station. Road cargo station, yes. Here. And as do we do fancy roads? Yes, we do fancy roads. We like a bit of that. We can even do street lighting out here. It's not that time critical that we get this done, isn't it? We have people might get starving. Yes, but we're still going to get some food. It's not going to stop completely, you know. It's just going to lose a few kilograms. There you can probably stand to for a while. Then we'll be back to glorious prosperity and enormous wealth, as it almost always is. Yes, there's that, and then we'll have a gas station. Not a one-way one, a regular one, please. Yes, that's about all you need, really. And fields is also good, helpful, and such to have. How is it that I do these now again? Yes, why change? Not that one. But here, there's one from the center, and then did it, and yes, that's how we do it. Can we try and have it as straight as possible, please? How big are you going to make this farm? There is nothing here. Yes, but that will be quite enough. Road. Get in. Food, crops, related, medium, field. Yes. We'll line this up here. Now, not connecting or building the road to the field at this moment. Need flat terrain. Okay, then I suppose that's the amount of fields we'll have. We'll start from this end. Yes, then they will build the road much quicker than otherwise. Because it will be one bit of road, one project for them. Need flat terrain. What's going on here? It's not really that bad, you know. Oh, come on. What is this? I think you used to be able to have fields on quite slopey things. Maybe they've changed. Or maybe not. Oh yes, very nice road. Here. Here. Yes, this is a little bit tedious, but the tour train is... it will take a little time to load up on all those clothes, and we're not making them very quickly, apparently. Yes, about here. 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 And here. Yes. I think that should do it. Eventually. This all depends, of course, on... Well, this is being worked on. That's good. Oh, there are many in range here. But you're all auto-searching for the longest amount of... Not you. Molna has gotten involved on this, okay? Are they really that close? Okay, good. Then it ought to get done. Wonder if all of this is in range though. And there is one more thing that you need. Infrastructure. My hope is by building, by paving road all the way out here, that emergency vehicles will get here quickly enough to put out fires. Yes, it's a bit of a stretch maybe. I mean, here is a transformer, but it is pretty much spoken for. So there ought to be... what's this, for example? That's all of the clothing industry. Okay. Okay. There ought to be a dinky one going out to... no, it isn't. This is all food. What's this then? You don't have any load whatsoever. And this... Yes, this goes out to another farm. Very good. We'll borrow a bit. Here. Somewhere we'll cut into it, like here. Cut into it. It sounds so... I don't know, but there you have it. Like this. Yes. Medium voltage switch. No road. We'll do one of these. Greatly speeds up things and lowers the risk of this really small wire. Yes, such is it. Now, there's really no point in then building a thicker wire over to there. But if we were to upgrade, I mean, this is not very long. This is in fact very short. So let's not bottleneck ourselves too much. We can afford to build these. It doesn't take much longer, I don't think, to build these than to build the cheap ones. I mean, since we're doing it, let's do it. Like here. Yes, like here. Yes, we're going to have to break up that road project. Regrettably. So that would do it. And then some wiring as well. The wiring is which one we've heard. Yes, this one. Yes, I went for the largest ones possible. Very good. Do we have that? No, this is completely unnecessary to have. We can make do with this. Yes, he didn't point this in a very good angle of... So we're going to have to take the turn here a bit. I know power lines have the ability to do sharp turns. They have special things for that. Yes, I have driven by one every day for a long time. Not currently, but I have, for example. And maybe there is one now somewhere as well if I look closely enough, but high voltage line. I close down the tour train. Okay, that's done. Done. Yes. I mean, I suppose we'll have to give up on this. How far have you gotten? It's 0.66 tons of clothes. The problem is that we don't have fabric enough, and your problem is that you're just doing what you can at the moment. So I don't think that we can afford taking too many workers out of the food industry. And this is dwindling. At the moment it's going up, but it has gone down. It's never been this low, I don't think. Now, I regret a bit that we don't have a tunnel anywhere. And if that is one criticism of the random map generator, then would be that, I mean, the features of the landscape, you can go around everything very, very, very easily. And it doesn't really pose any obstacle. On the stock original map, there were real obstacles to overcome when building out your infrastructure, and that was that was part of the challenge. But I suppose many people prefer it. You can just draw out terrain road and draw out a road and place down factories and buildings and things. So you want flat terrain. And yes, it is very convenient. And it's not fun, spending 15 minutes holding down the left mouse button to flatten out an area before building anything on it. No. They have done that in previous series, but not in this one. Not much anyway. Mostly up and downs, with diggers. We cannot wait around here any longer. But we go at least 1 ton. Let's get 1 ton. And it's not really adding to the value of the train. Damn it, that's... Yes, my colleague is deaf. I seriously, I'm not joking. I think she is deaf, or at least really, really hard of hearing. Aren't you? Hello. Yes. Hearing is very bad, I think. Yes. Yes, I woke you up. Should we let this train go? No, 1 ton of clothing we must have at the very least. The train has... the train is of course loading up on the fabric as well. We have 15 tons of fabric. That's enough. That's quite enough. Let's skip the fabric for now and keep what we got, and the clothing factory can have the fabric. And that ought to do all the difference. We don't need this many workers in here, it turns out. 45. The population must be about 30,000 now. Yes, 30,091, 92. Yes. Excellent. Excellent. But the tour train, you're gonna need to get moving. Otherwise, this is going to take all night, you know. No, you cannot walk on me. You have to go over here. Yes, come over here. Here. Yes, she is hard of hearing. Come. Never mind that. The clothing factory. Okay, it's official. They have run out of crops at the food factory. I'm terribly sorry. We do have quite a bit of food stored up, don't we? 1,400 tons in total. It will last a while. Yes, it will. But it will cause other problems as well, such as queuing on the railroad. But maybe the new thing will be finished while you're building quite ambitious infrastructure. Yes, but we didn't want a level crossing with this main line, this bit of the circle line, or whatever you'd call it. This will be the 4th farm then. And the tour train is also going to want to go and load up on crops, I believe. It's not. Where are you, tour train? Here you are. This is still going to take forever. There are 2 tons. Yes, this makes all the difference in the world. How much clothing do we need now? 2 tons, but 2 tons seems reasonable to me. Then the only covered thing, cargo thing, is mechanical components. Should we fill up on mechanical components? It's not the most valuable thing. Electronics is much more valuable per weight. Yes, it doesn't matter that much. Here, you now leave. You didn't this time. Yes, scroll. Very long windows. So we're rolling out. Again, where are we going now, you think? We're going to have to scroll to find out. Swage grain storage, okay. It's right next door, but to do that we're going to have to go and turn around over at the roundabouts of Vavkavisk. Never mind those construction sites. Those are not. That's just something that's never ever going to be done. It's not even connected to anything. Yes, move along, please. It looks pretty clear to me. It obviously isn't, but it looks pretty clear to me. Right. Yes, that's red. But why aren't you moving forwards? Hello? Because that's a change signal. That I don't know. Okay, that should not be a change signal then. That may cause other problems, maybe. No, it shouldn't. Because now it will be red. In either case. And here we should also have one. Obviously. Well, not one of those though, but one of these. We could stand to have another block in here. Apparently there's a bit of a queue. Apparently there is a bit of a problem. How did this happen? How did these turn into chain signals? They are not supposed to be chain signals, but not that I know if it. Why are there two here? This I have not done. I assure you. This a gremlin or something has done. Yes, this has been running like clockwork for I don't know how long. And there we have it. That thing, anyway. The tour train. Yes, you'll get the green soon. You have blue. I had blue for a little while. That was an improvement. Here. Okay. Yes, I think that what we're going to do is that we're going to take a little break here. I need, nature calls and such things. So we'll be right back. Yes, and we resume. Let's see if I click. If I click the correct thing. Oh, it's spinning. Stop spinning, please. Thank you. Yes, there we go. See if we can find that tour train. Where did it go? Yes, the thing is that the game had gotten tinnitus, making a hum, of a stuck engine sound somewhere. That thing that happened. So I had to reload the game. I think it's worth it to not have to listen to that. But we are out in here, but where are we? Okay, we have Piedansk here, very good. Then we should get to be able to see the train, shouldn't we? Something is on fire. Residential buildings are always fine, But where is the train? Here it is. Oh, I got the hiccups. God damn it. Stop it. Please don't. It's juletid. Merry Christmas. Happy God jul. Happy jul. Well, jul. It was extinguished. And getting meat on the railroad was really only for this purpose. That was pointless. Never mind. Now we have it. It was a very nice bit of bridge and everything. Green storage, how am I doing? Nothing at all. We only got 400 kilograms, 410 kilograms of crops. But never mind. As the game is getting seriously sloggy at this point. At some areas it is completely fine. Where are we going this time? Pjedansk steel mill. Are we going to the steel mill? What's happening at the steel mill? I think if we could open it. They cannot store or export steel. They have quite a bit. I don't think that we're going to be able to load anything, regrettably, because we're full. We have cars on the open wagons. Oh, roundabout. Would it make any sense to do a line that way? That would be up here. Oh, yes, it would make sense. Here. It would. Or out of here, maybe. Yes, that is not an unreasonable of an idea. No. Yes, it would be, but you know. I'm getting confused because this is in the way of the map. Yes, we could look at things here instead. Yes, there we have the steel mill at dawn or dusk or whatever it is. Dusk, it would appear. Oh, how lovely. Did we get any steel? I don't think so. No, they still cannot store or export steel. Well, at least we went and saw it. I would think that all the and both the car factory and the train factory would take quite a bit of steel, but they seem to be fine. I think they're fine. Since there is so much steel at the steel mill. Now you're going into the mechanical components. You have to go and turn around. Yes. What's all this road construction? Yes, that's the farm. That is the farm. Fabric. No, but I was thinking of something. Yes, I was. What was it? Don't know. Chemicals, electrical. Never mind. I suppose I forgot about what it was. Food, even though the factory is standing still every now and then. Yes, steel I was going to look up on, and in Oskarshamn. 350 tons. Sounds like we could be building a few more trains and cars. Yes, and this is of course the source of many materials that have been used in building. We have the bricks, we have the prefabs have come out of here, and all the steel, of course, mechanical components. We're going to now maybe perhaps yes, this is a great train, great game for trains. It really is. They have a weight. It's very nice plowing through here at 115. Is anything going on here? Yes, you know, there's plenty of things, but the steel mill is standing still. The power plant is standing still and is supposed to be standing still. I think the mechanical components factory is standing still. No, you're actually operating without issues. You can store 3 more tons of mechanical components. Very good. And the coal business is you cannot store export coal. No, of course not. And gamla Vettan, how are you doing? 1.24 megawatts. Would prefer not. Just to have you as a standby. But I don't suppose we can have it without utilizing you a bit. We can burn a bit of coal here. It just feels a bit wrong when we have the nuclear power. Oh, you did not clear that whatsoever. Is that going to be a problem? I would think it would not be. Somehow. No, these are two-way. Oh, very good. Will they work? Will that work? I don't know. Are we now? We might be going for the bitumen or the fuel, whatever it was. Bitumen, I think it was. Yes, bitumen it was. And this is, of course, the center for petroleum industry. Two chemical plants are going at full as usual. We can't get enough of it. I would need like 5 of those to satisfy the demand of the nuclear fuel production. And then again, we don't really need that much nuclear fuel. It's just something I like to store and keep for a rainy day. 46 tons, yes, a reasonable amount. How much do we increase in value? How much are we worth nowadays? $1.7 million maybe, if we believe. Yes. Yes, and we're not going to. We cannot sell oil and petroleum-based product in rubles in 2005. No, if we try and do that, bad things are going to happen to the sovereign kingdom here. Yes. But there we have it. Yes. What do we have on board now? 68 tons of bitumen, 6.2 tons of alcohol, 2 tons of clothing, 3.5 tons of electrical components, 24 tons of meat, 3.5 tons of electronics, 20 tons of mechanical components, 11 tons of food, 15 tons of fabric, 400 kilograms of crops, and 68 tons of bitumen, yes. I don't think that we're quite fully loaded. I have about half a kiloton we weigh. And there is still the code, of course. Yes, we can stand drawing a bit of power from old faithful here, just to make sure that the thing, if something were to happen, we have backup electricity. Okay, and 60 tons of coal. How much did that add to the value? 30,000, maybe. Something. We'll see on the tally when it gets to the border. And now I don't. Is there anything left to load? No, there's only waypoint and the aggregate loading. I don't know. I don't think that you're supposed to do anything here. You're just going to visit. You had that 2 times. Okay. Yes, you're still heading for the waypoint. Very good. What do we have then ahead of us? Well, there is quite a bit of railway. We were going to take this route, were we not? Through here, down here, I believe, up through here somehow, and down here, and there eventually. Yes, it was all gone through in the lost thing. Yes. Now we get to experience it. See if it's any good. I don't know. What I have played a lot at this point. But I'm not going to be doing that. That's I hate that. No, I don't hate. So I take back using that term. I dislike that type of behavior of changing the music very much. Anyway, here we have it. It's full of things now. You're not going to load anything else. No. Going to stand around at the rail yard waiting for cows or livestock. Yes. It might be a bit loud there. I think that will do better for the mix. Maybe. And the thing here, what shall we do? We should just ride along. What was that? Okay, so it's a switch. Did we get to go on a crazy thing? Yes, we do get to go on the crazy bit. Now, very nice. It's not that much to look at out here though. No. Maybe you should use the first-person camera for the up-built places and vice versa. The build-up places, yes, for the build-up places, of course. But that thing. And well, late Happy New Year. It's the 6th of January, but anyway, better late than never. And of course, yes, of course, a new year means a tally. Last year, we always do this. Meanwhile, the tour train is going on its tour. Last year, how did we do? We did import a bit of the steel even. Yes, that was a mistake of auto-building the railroad. It's the way it is, we cannot do anything about it. Or was that this? Prefab panels, steel, yes, that was that. Rubens, I don't know what that was. Terraforming cost $1.5 million. Yes, very, very good, well spent money, I'd say. And demographics then. 30,014 population, actual population. Yes. They get pretty decently old, 81, 82 years. Yeah, that's it's pretty decent. 64 car owners. Do we even dare go and have a look at the traffic situation? Oh, we dropped below. We are not established at about 30,000 quite yet. And then this is the nice bit then. Yes. And this did turn out quite nice. It was not up on the mountain, or did we miss it? Or did I miss it? I don't know, we haven't gotten to that bit yet. It's a long way. Don't worry, we have quite a bit of time. Red light. Why? Because there's a train coming, it's not that difficult of a concept to comprehend. If there is a train in between the signals, i.e. the signal block, yes, then the light will show red, preventing any other train from getting in. That is the very basics function, how it works in very, very basic terms. This then that gets complicated quickly when you try and do things with it. This is still within one large block. Yes. It's been for a while, but it doesn't matter. It's not that much traffic out here. And this is very nice. This I like this bit. Up the mountain here. For no good reason whatsoever. Just up the mountain with the railroad. Because it's nice to have, it's scenic. If we remember to look out at scenery, but the forest is a bit, there could see a bit of scenery. No scenery. One could also jump off. Do this instead, maybe. That's a postcard from den traditionella bondedemokratin. Look at our train with miscellaneous things. Almost all the things that we make. All the things that are even known in the world. Or at least to us. But it's many good things. It's all that we seem to need to survive and thrive. Even last year, escapes. This is the adult children. If we could get them some new housing. What did you do now? No. What are you doing? No, you're supposed to go down there. Yes, you're supposed to go down there. But now you're going the wrong way. I can't do anything about it. I will have to let it go this way. Don't do that stuff. I might have done something stupid with the signaling as well. It's completely possible. Now we get to go back, which is a bit annoying. Yes, and it's. This doesn't feel like it could be the final, the finale. You know, it's. I sort of lost it there, but yes, I'm not going to dwell on it. It's just. Yes, sad. Anyway, here we have it. Here we have. And it isn't that bad. And it's properly long. And what should we call it? Varied in its consist. I'm glad we kept this single track all this way. And this is good. I like. Well, what are you doing now? You're going for refuel probably. Yes, you are. Did you need to have a think about where we're going? This train will takes a very interesting route here. But such is it. We should say, did the future right to the Republic? Yes, it did. 1,500 computers of a working population of, half of the working population as a computer. I only think workers can get electronics. Yes, you have to go to the shops to get electronics. Yes. One thing that I wonder is it possible to increase the or boost the education from the television? Because you can't set it to for educational programming. Yes, but what good does it do? Because if you're a student or a child, you cannot watch television because you don't have a television, because you cannot watch your parents' television, I don't think. And you cannot own one because you're not a worker, and you cannot go to the shops. You can only go to kindergarten or school or university eventually. But anyway, you're saying, yes, I would say then that a worker with basic education watches television, educational. Could he or she get to a point where they get a university education? I doubt it. So what good is it? I don't know what good it is. This is good for our continued journey though. Fueling up here. Very helpful. Seems to be taking a little time. How big is the tank of one of these? $11,500 liters. Okay. Sounds like a lot. No, we are certainly not well established over 30,000, and that means that we need to cities and towns and things. Katzinchad, where are they? They're alltså 189. Dåsaliga, I didn't think so. Husqvarna. Det är domestic production. None. Dåsaliga, none. Sayov, 135. Antasino, 8. Or none, depending on what it is. Okay, there you are. That's the aggregate unloader. But there was plenty more to do. We noticed here. Then it's we'll see what it will be. I think I have to try and take a break if I can. I keep pulling me back in. Yes. Yes, I mean, should we do all this, or should we wait for another time? I suppose we could play a bit of music. I'm sort of drained at this point, and I don't know. The proper thing to do is probably to just say thank you so very much for watching and good night, and end it here. That would probably be best. But then, we worked a lot on this train here. Want to see it through. Yes, where are we? We are soon. Yes, it's another 10 minutes or so, and we ought to be there. Right, now we're going here, apparently, and I will think down here. We should have gone that way, but okay, that's fine. Then here, it's a long way down to there. Remember that all of this railroad has been laid by our construction vehicles. That is quite something. That is quite something. Yes, I am a bit drained, but should we see it through or not? I should be adding more to this maybe than currently being there. We have a bit more sound and thing to the thing, and there are a bit of grass on the track still. I haven't gotten around to fixing that. And take it easy. This is dangerous. This bit of track, not dangerous if you take proper precautions, but you don't seem to be doing that. You seem to be gunning it, I think they say. There we have it. But what are you doing here? You are very, very confused by this. Yes, I think it was my attempt of trying to get it to go out on something else. I don't know what this was about. We'll see if we make it. We might make it. I hope we make it. Oh, the sun. Very nice. How much did you end up being worth again? $1,835,297. Okay then. We're at Husqvarna again. It's a television station. I caught it. It's 86%. It's heaven. 88% rating. Yes, it's enormously good. 1,500 viewers. Yes, what I was on about was this. So educational strength. How is this supposed to work? They don't get as happy from it, and they don't get any culture. But apparently that, how much will education be affected? Okay. Fewer people are watching. Yes. They are more interested in getting their culture enjoyment satisfied. Such is it. And now that, where are we now? We are, yes, now it's finally a reasonably straight line down to here, then into here, and a quick stop by here, and then out to the water. Maybe we'll have to go around the lake to, no, I think we'll be able to turn, no, it's one way. I think that we'll have to do a lap of the lake, an additional lap of the lake. Well, we never went to the other side originally, so that's right. Yes, and here, nothing. We're just enjoying the ride. That's what we are. Yes. The anthem of the Soviet Union. Yes. Well, this isn't the anthem of Soviet Union. I have it. But there are so many versions, and there are very few of them that are safe, 100% safe. It's only the one that you can get from like whatever I don't know the exact address, but it's like basically russia.ru or russia.gov.ru or something. Yes, it's very official and excellent web design, like the 90s, but in a good way. That one is safe to use, but it's I have too many versions of it that selecting the right one. Well, I have one from 1944. That one is certainly safe. Although it might not be, because they can claim that the melody is copyrighted, even though the composer died in I believe it was a very long time ago anyway. Long enough for his copyright to have expired. And the copyright have expired. So I know what they're on about. I mean, yes, and it's also the anthem of Russia. Still, the melody, and how someone can claim to have copyright. I suppose, I think that there are plenty of Russians who disagree that a Western company should collect, what do we call it, some sort of revenue or some sort of intellectual property over over the tune to the Russian anthem. And it doesn't make any sense. No, it doesn't. Damn it. Soviet anthem, Soviet instruments. I think that this one is the presidential orchestra of the Russian Federation. I think that this one is safe. And fantastically well done, of course. It's it's a fantastic hymn, or what you call it. If I could sing, if I could speak Russian, I would certainly learn the lyrics. Some version of the lyrics. I don't know which one you'd go for, but save the Russian or the Soviet motherland or something, right? It's something. There is an English translation. It was a bit close, that buzz, but it made it fine. Nice. How could it not while being cheered on by such fantastic music? Oh, we're going in here. To do what, exactly? To stop by at the fueling station. It's quite long, this, but it doesn't matter. It's not a problem. Quite the opposite. Yes, and if some Western company claims copyright to this, then I don't know what. But also have to tell the Russian presidential orchestra of the Russian Federation about it or something. Fantastic arrangement and well executed and everything. Yes. And here we have a lake and a train and the moonlight. Glimmering in the water. Yes, the moonlight is gleaming in the water. It's when it does that thing. The moonlight on the water, you know what I mean. Yes, of course you do. So and then of course there is that one is also completely safe to play. The one that is provided by the United States Navy band, I believe it is. We shouldn't have the same one again, but this is a different arrangement and much shorter. This is different, but it's definitely not bad neither. It is a bit more held back. It is not quite as here we are, in your face. Then again, there is the Americans doing it, and the other one was the Presidential Orchestra of the Russian Federation, that they also have a bit more. Of course, it's only natural that they have a bit more, gusto, or what word you'd use to describe it when they do it. But this, no, they do it fine. And then there are even more. This is ridiculous. This is very old. This is lyrics, I think. Yes. And from 1944, this Stalinism era. Maybe not. We don't want to be playing. I know it's not in the first verses there before they come to proclaiming Stalin's greatness, but I cannot really quite be doing that. So we'll have to thank you about. We'll wait for this. Lots of energy, though. I have to give it to them. Yes, thank you very much. Yes, could we even more border on copyright infringement here? It isn't copyright infringement, but it is taunting the YouTube algorithm. That's what it's doing. And you don't want to be doing that because it's very bothersome. We have gone around this lake a few times now, but this is the last time. And we made it to the customs house. Here we have, this is Polochevo. I sort of forgot to talk about the town, so I don't know what, it's what happens. As we have seen here, there's plenty of work to do to turn this into a perfect society, if one has those ambitions, but we might not have those ambitions quite. Yes, there are other things. But we're sticking to the Works and Resources soundtrack. There we have it. You are at the border, unloading. And you're about done. So what did it bring us? $14 worth of crops. Fabric, 131,000. That's not bad. Alcohol, 47. Food, 33,000. Clothing, 83. Electrical components, 95. Mechanical, 304,000. Electronics, 101,000. Bitumen, 100 is still unloading. 130,000, 1,000, meat 134,000, and coal is also still counting at 38,000. It stopped at 38,000. Bitumen is still counting at 159, 160, 165, $464,778 is the final amount that it lands at, and that is the tour as good as completed. The thing remaining is to get up to the rail yard and park for a bit and hope that it does park too, and that this works. But it ought to work. It's a regular train. Somewhat. $4,616,571 in the bank account and 660,555 rubles. Right then. Den saliga Village House. The technical college, they now have higher education in Saliga. Isn't that great for them? Yes, not only for them, it's great for everyone. For everyone that is dependent on the gravel from here. Which granted is only 2 places, but still. And there is still the palace of the Soviets to build. Steel, almost 5,000 tons. I have stored about, and it is 7,500. To build the palace of the Soviets. And what do we have here, if not the tour train? Yes, it's not news. We've been following it for quite some time at this point. Well, this is this nice little bit of bridge. It's much better than the one that was originally in here. Oh, we're not going. Oh, clever, efficient, very good. I like it. I did read that apparently path signals, as it would be found in train or transport fever of that type, you know. What will it do to the existing? I wonder, because as limiting as it is, this gotten used to it. Yes, maybe it's time to stop playing this game now. It's 800 and something, 80 hours this time. I suppose we'll go for 1,000. And how many of those hours put to video? I don't know, but plenty. But at this point, god damn it, too much, isn't it? It's an insane amount. Oh, that tree hurt a bit. There are plenty of these here small, short, little cargo trains of various description that are going about. They are pretty nice. That locomotive does excellent for those. And then we have these big ones for for hauling proper long trains around. How do you think they're doing on the farm out there? I don't think they're doing at all. Doesn't look like they're doing very much. Bridge. They're missing bricks. How can they be missing bricks? They are right next to the brick factory. And there are so many bricks. But they are coming. They are coming. Take it easy. Here you have it. It's not an enormous amount, but it is something. Well, will we get to see the entrance to the tunnel close up, or will you... I forget where it is you're going. I know what it's for, but where it is... Yes, it's a bridge, but it isn't... no, you would not need to use the tunnel. That would not help in any way. I'm full of Sherwood. I mean, the streets are again... I wouldn't say filled with people, but at least there are some people here. They had a little bit of a ways to drive. Even on paved roads. We're now following this. Yes, for the moment we are. I think it will be a while before this food situation becomes a problem, but it will become a problem, and we will therefore also need the new farm. When it's finished, though, and if that remains to be seen, and may or may not be answered in future installments. It is very bright. And we move that out, yes. Here, okay. Tour train, yes, very good. You're not very quick, are you? And exactly how long do you have to go? Ah, you're about to be there. Very good. But they still need 7.2 tons of bricks. 375,000 rubles, okay. Well, so that, as we say, will be a while. As so many other things have been. But here we are. This will be it. Not saying it will be it forever, or for... maybe not even for this series. I am very attached to this place. I have to say, you know, building it from the ground up, more or less. Yes, a few things was purchased, but a lot of it built painstakingly over many years. as it is. And starting over, what would I do differently this time? I don't know. I mean, it would be doing something different. But I've done everything here. Once you played the game in construction mode, I don't think there's any way going back. But then again, what's the point of playing it again at this time? At this point? Is to get airplanes later on. That's chain path signals, sure. I don't even dare think about what that's going to entail. Nuclear, is it worth it? I mean, it's a spectacle to have. It's nice looking. It can catch fire, which causes radiation, seepage or radiation discharge into the surrounding environment. But that doesn't happen too often. And when it does, we catch it in such time that only small amounts of radiation get out into the air and such. So, you know what, dear friends, it's difficult to push on through and say these words, but they must be said. Thank you so very much for watching. Once I've said this, it's goodbye. Good night.